Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Hello YouTubers, Doom143. First of all, if you hear some kind of noise in the background, sorry. That is the fan. It is hot. But yeah, hey, I got a special edition of the Doom143. We're going to focus on this app called the Key Comic Collector app. Now, the majority of us in the community, we probably already know, well, not just the community, but the people that follow me on YouTube, you probably already know about this app. But just in case you don't, I'd like to introduce you to this app. It is such a phenomenal app. At the end of this, actually I'm going to squeeze it right in the middle. Basically what I want to do is I want to focus and show you guys how I've been using this app to be, I guess, in a sense, I feel a sense of accomplishment when I go hunting, especially in comic shops. The other thing I feel great about it is, I don't know if you're like me, but if you ever go like comic hunting, sometimes you turn on the eBay app, and you know, you might feel a little timid. You might feel like, oh, I hope nobody catches me using this because I don't want to hear any shit from anybody. The great thing is when I use this app, I don't feel that way at all. I feel like I can use this out in the open. When people ask me about it, I'm willing to tell them about it, and I just absolutely love it. You know, it's a great way for me to go hunting and just search for the key issues. A lot of it that you'll find in the back issue bins will be super minor keys. But if you just have like a day off and you just want to go comic hunting, I'm telling you, this app is probably one of the best ways to do it. All right, so I'm going to just kind of quickly show you the app. And just there's so much to go into. I'm not going to get too much into it. What I want to focus on this particular video is just searching for comics. Like hypothetically, you're at a comic shop and there's a back issue bins. There's just loads and loads of back issue bins. They're all alphabetized. We'll do this best case scenario. They're all alphabetized and they're all numbered, right? Then you go up to something like Batman. You might be a big Batman fan, but you might not know all the back issues. This is a great way for you to turn on your app, you know, just go to the search menu, go through Batman, and just look, you know, just start looking, just using the app. And I'll touch on that a little bit right now, and then we'll come back to this video here. All right, guys. So this is the app right here, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I like to use the app. What in this case, I went to the search series. We're just going to search Batman, and the main thing is you need to know exactly what Batman series that you're looking for. Are you going to Batman? Are you going to Volume 2, Batman Adventures? That's the hardest part about this app, but that's basically kind of the hardest thing. So for example, let's just take a look at Batman, just the regular Series 1 Batman. Now, you know, you're going to the back issue bins. They might not have issues 1, of course. So maybe they'll start off the issue at issue 245. All right. So there, now it shows you exactly, you know, what issue 245 is. And the cool thing is, if you look at the next one, it's not to issue 251. So you don't have to bother with looking for issues 246 or 247. You can just kind of go straight to, you know, issues 251. Etc. So while you're going through the back issue bins, you just dig through that. You just look for those numbers, and it'll let you know. A lot of times there's books that we don't really, you know, know too much about, and this app does a fantastic job of just helping you just hunt through some of these, you know, comic issues. So, you know, it shows you different issues right here, and you know what the key first appearances or what the key issue is about. That was really bad. Anyway, other things you could look for, other categories, is like people like artists or variants in this case. You know, maybe we can look at maybe some Supergirl variants. So let's just type in Supergirl, and it'll show you all the different Supergirl volumes that you want to look for if you want variants. So in this case, we'll look at volume 6, and you'll notice that it shows all the art germ covers that just came out. So if you're a Supergirl fan and maybe you want to look for a certain variant, or you don't know what variants you like to collect, that's the hot one to look for. And of course they have Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes. That's automatic right there. Other things you can look for, there's artists. I'm actually going to type in Bill Sienkiewicz wrong. I'm going to type in Bull Sienkiewicz, and then I'm going to start wondering why Bull Sienkiewicz doesn't work. And I still haven't figured out that I typed in the word bull. There I go. I figured it out. So it's Bill Sienkiewicz. There you go. Boom. Bill Sienkiewicz. Now you get to see all the key issues that if you like Bill Sienkiewicz. This Black Panther book is really cool. Number 14. This is Bill Sienkiewicz's first published cover art. I didn't know that. And that's really cool. So if you start to really like an artist, this is a great app for you to go in and really check it out. Now, I'm not too sure if this is part of the paid $20 a year process. I think there's a monthly one as well, because as soon as I found out about this app, I wanted to make sure I got every access, that I could access every single thing with this app. But yeah, you can see all of this stuff that I didn't even know. I'm a huge Bill Sienkiewicz fan. I focus mainly on certain books, but now that I go hunting, I can look for these, and I'll know that that Bill Sienkiewicz has some kind of work with it. So many things about this. It's such a great app. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy that I got it. Okay, so I hope that kind of helps you out. If it doesn't, by all means, leave a comment. Let me know what you're confused about on the app. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm not sponsored by these guys. I'm not sponsored by Key Comic Collectors in any way, shape, or form. Honestly, this video is just me being a huge fan, and I just absolutely love using this app now when I go comic hunting. I can actually, not to sound conceited or anything, but I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on comics and what issues is what. But this particular app has really opened up my eyes to so many different comics, and it's just been a blast just shopping. And what I'll do is I'll have like a day off, and I just want to go, just key issue comic collecting, and it could be even the smallest minor key, and it'll be like super minor key, but just going to the app, going to the search. In this case, I searched Avengers, and I knew in this particular back issue bin that they started at number 94. So I went ahead, I went to Avengers, I looked for number 94, and I found out this was the first appearance of the Mandroids. So stuff like this, I probably would have not known. All of the books that you're about to see, just so you know, it's either $5 or less, and that's what made it more fun too. Is that it was a really cheap comic hunting day for me, and it was fun. Like, I actually had fun. I wasn't worried about the next movie or like the next TV show. I just wanted to have fun hunting comics, and this app just really just made it that day. So the next bunch of books, and there's a lot, so this is gonna be a long video, but this is the Doom 143, so you should expect a long video every time. And I've said this a bunch of times, and I think even Mr. Rigor Mortis is saying it too. You can always come back and check your history and start where you left off. You don't have to watch the whole thing in one sitting, you know what I mean? So hopefully this helps you out, and hopefully you like some of the books that I find, because I think it was a pretty cool hunt. Like, I found some really interesting stuff. So yeah, so all of these using the app, and really fun. So Avengers 94, first appearance of Mandroids. I also found this Avengers number 95. This is the part 7 of the Kree Skrull Wars. Captain Marvel spec, right? The whole movie's coming out 2019. Hey, you never know. So part 7 of the Kree Skrull Wars. I thought that was really cool. Kept digging. I didn't really find anything that was on the app. Either it was already sold, it was too much of a key. But then I did find this. Monica Rambeau joins the Avengers. So issue 227. I thought it was really cool. Like I found this in the back issue bin. I might have picked it up thinking it was something, but with the app, it just cemented my confidence in picking this book up for I think like $2 or something like that. Really happy to pick that one up. I also went into the next volume of Avengers because that's what they had, and then I found this one, and this one I kind of knew about only because people were talking about it. But this is the first box, so Avengers Initiative number 7. And like I said, this was actually on the app. So even though this is kind of a new spec or whatever, this was on the app. Found it for $2. The majority of these books were like $2 or $3. The one that I really had fun with, the one that I really, really enjoyed was the Batman. And man, I found some really nice ones at great conditions. But I found a bunch of Batman stuff that I had like no idea about. And when I went to the back issue bins and looking through the Batman stuff, man, I just had so much fun. I just had a great time. So I think at my particular store, they didn't really have anything. They started their issue at 400. So that's all they had. They only had from 400 and up. So all I did was I typed in 400. I went to this one. Boom. This is number 409. This is actually the origin of Jason Todd. Yeah, it was really cool. Like I actually found this. I would have not known about this unless I'm a huge Batman guy. I love Batman. I think he's probably one of the coolest DC characters, if not the coolest DC character. But I don't know enough about him to know that this would have been the origin of Jason Todd. And I just thought that was really, really cool. The next one is actually Batman 410. This is actually an origin story of Two-Face. Again, probably would have not known that if it wasn't for the app. I found all of these only because of the app. And I kept going. I found 412. This is the first appearance of the Mime, which is really cool. I found Batman 436. This is actually the first appearance of Tim Drake. Now, I kind of knew about this one, but again, like I said, the app really helped to cement that knowledge point where I was like, okay, this is something that I should pick up. So yeah, found this one, first appearance, really, really awesome. Stoked to have that one. This one is Tim Drake, first appearance in his classic Robin outfit. So found that one, Batman 442. This was, okay, the next book is exactly the kind of book that I enjoy finding on this app. And this is the first appearance of Lark, which is the Penguin's chauffeur. So, like I said, it's a super, super minor key issue. It really probably doesn't deserve, much. But like going to the back issue bins, using the app, and then finding out that, the first appearance of Penguin Chauffeur is on us. That's actually really, really. I just thought it was really cool. You know what I mean? Like, just for me, I thought it was really cool. Batman 500. I found this. Azrael becomes Batman. Thought that was really, really awesome. And then I found an annual, and this is actually the first appearance of Ballistic. So this one is Batman Annual number 17. Again, probably something I would have skipped out on if it wasn't for the app. Really, really happy that the app actually helped me find that. Man, I'm having a hard time talking tonight, guys. Sorry. Yeah, man, I found so much cool stuff. So now onto the Detective Comics. This is Detective Comics 585, first appearance of, what is it, the Rat Catcher. Again, really, really minor stuff, but it's just really cool finding it. This one right here. Check this out, Detective 639. So this is another perfect example of a book I probably would have skipped out on. Yeah, cool cover and all, but what I didn't know was that there's actually a first appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog in this Detective Comics 639. And that's why I picked it up. And I mean, it was just one of those things that I just really, really was happy finding that book. Captain Atom, I found this one, number 83. This is the first appearance of Blue Beetle. But the cool thing is that this one actually let me know that this was like some kind of a reprint because of the modern comics up here. I think the original one has something else. I think it's like yellow or something. I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, again, a book that, you know, I probably would have just picked up just because, you know, the shape and the condition it was. And I got it for like $3, and it was just one of those older books. But yeah, it's just one of those things. And actually on the app, it let me know that there's actually 2 versions of this. So that really, really, you know, kind of just helped me out on that one. There's also Captain Marvel 59. Found this one, first appearance of, I think it's Ulysses. So again, I went through the Captain Marvel books, found this, boom, first appearance of Ulysses. Stoked on finding that one. Again, very minor stuff, but really happy to find it. Champions number 17. I probably would have skipped on this. I didn't know that this was the last issues. My boy Master X Splinter, or I don't know what they're calling him now, the real Master X. He loves last issues, and he's always talking about how last issues are the books you want to get because you know, the print runs are usually way lower. I didn't know number 17 was their last issue. So again, stuff like that, you know, the app really helped me out. I already knew about this one, but that was still cool. Found this one, first appearance of Raze, so really awesome. Carnage number 10. This was actually a spec book, and this was a spec book while I was shopping at the shop. This actually popped up on my what do you call that? What is that? What do they call that? Like a message reminder or something? Like so it popped up and it said that Javelin might be in the next Green Arrow Netflix series. So this was his first appearance, and it just popped up, and that was something that you can only get if you spend $20 a year on the app. And yeah, it was really cool because I was literally like in the comic shop, you know, digging through books, and then that notification came up, and I was like, okay, let's see if I can find the first appearance, and it was there for $2, so I picked it up immediately. Yeah, just really really cool stuff, man. This one, Luke Cage, Hero for Hire number 14. Not sure if you know this one, but this is actually where his origin gets retold. Again, going through the books, probably would have not picked that up. Found it, and I only picked it up because it was on the app. It said Origin Retold. I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. This one I kind of knew about, the first appearance of White Rabbit. This is a Marvel team up. This one was no big deal. It just was in great condition. But Marvel 2-in-1 47, first appearance of Machine Smith. I found another one, Marvel 2-in-1. This one is, there's a whole bunch of first appearances in this next one, but I'm just going to put it up. I won't talk about it too much. But yeah, Marvel 2-in-1 thing and Mr. Fantastic. Number 71. There's a bunch of first appearances in here. That was really cool. Again, probably a book I would have skipped on if it wasn't for the app. This next book is actually super cool. Like, just for me, I think it's actually really cool. But this is Marvel Team Up number 137. Now, if that looks like Aunt May as the Silver Surfer, it actually is. This story is freaking crazy. You might, if you haven't read this story, you might not believe me, but yeah, anyway, it's true. So basically what this is that Aunt May becomes the herald for Galactus, and she's just basically just trying to find a Twinkie big enough to satisfy his appetite. Yeah, you heard it here first, people. Crazy story. It was really, really fun reading it. And yeah, this again, something I would never have picked up if it wasn't for the Key Collector app. And yeah, I guess her name is Oldie Goldie in there. And that's, yeah, so she becomes the herald for Galactus. I just thought that was really cool. First appearance of Death Squad. Again, I found this Micronauts number 35. I found this New Mutants number 3. This is actually the first cameo of Demon Bear. Now, I know initially New Mutants was going with the Demon Bear storyline. I am out of the loop on the whole New Mutants movie, whether they're still going with the Demon Bear or they're still making a movie. But this one is actually the first cameo of the Demon Bear. Again, something I found only because of the app. So, pick that one up. Great condition, too. New Mutants number 21. I found this one. This is actually the origin of Warlock. So again, if the movie comes out, I'm sure Warlock's going to be in it. This is actually the origin story for Warlock. Yeah, I got more, but basically you guys can kind of see where I'm going with this. Like, using the app just really opened up my eyes to so many books that I probably would have never picked up. And it's just fun having these. And the cool thing is that every single book that I picked up is something. Like, it's an origin, it's a first appearance. And like, again, like I said, it might be something super minor, but it was just really awesome just finding all of these books. I went to another comic shop. I found this Spider-Gwen. Granted, it's the second printing, but this is actually the first, Gwen Stacy as Gwenom. So this is actually the first true Gwen Stacy becomes Gwenom. This is number 24. I only found the second print. Found this one, going back to the comic shop. I looked through the Teen Titans. I think the first issue they had that was available was like number 25. Not too sure what series volume this is. I think it was like 2 or 3. I had to do some research. But this one right here is the first appearance of Terra. So I found this one again for like $1 or $2. New Teen Titans number 26. A little bit out of order, but I found 23. This is actually the first appearance of Blackfire, which is I think it's Starfire's sister. So again, I didn't know that. Found it. It was really cool. Happy to find that. This is the first appearance of the Brother Blood. This one is New Teen Titans number 21. Again, probably just a book I probably would have skipped on if it wasn't for the app. Just really, really happy to find, just some of these first appearances. As minor as it is, super, super stoked. This one right here, Teen Titans 14, is the new, what is that I call it? The new Brotherhood of Evil. So this is actually the first new Brotherhood of Evil. I don't know. They got a Titans TV show coming out. Who knows what they're going to do with it. Maybe some of these characters pop up, even for an episode or two. Usually the comics go up for about a week or so. So, hey, there you go. Boom. Found that one. Very stoked on that. Search through some Thor books. And this is the first Demon Druid. Sorry, guys. It's really late. But found this Thor 209. Didn't really know too much about that one. This is another cool one I found. Thor 275. This is actually the first appearance of Loki's wife is actually in this book right here. Thor 275. Just one of those books. I probably would have picked it up just because it was in really nice condition. It was on the older side. And it was, I think they were asking for like $5 for it. But at the same time, I didn't know. Went on the app, found out this was actually the first appearance of Loki's wife. So yeah, really cool on that one. Thor 617, first appearance of Kid Loki. Again, something I didn't know about. Found it. This was one that I put on Instagram. A lot of people knew about it. I actually didn't know about this one at all. But this one is Thor 390. This is actually the first time that Captain America actually wields Thor's hammer. He actually picks it up in this comic. So, just really cool stuff like that. It just made comic hunting really fun. I was digging through the books. I found this. It was on the app. It said what it said, and I was like, I have to pick that up. That was really, really cool. This one is another one I found. Yeah, Thor number 12. This is the origin of Mjolnir, which I just thought was really cool. The Mighty Thor number 20. Just a real minor spec, like Volstagg as War Thor or something like that. Thor number 700. This is the first appearance of the Black Galactus. And again, these kind of things, I probably just wouldn't. But anyway, that's about it. And hope you enjoy the video. And please, by all means, check out the app. I would highly, highly, highly suggest you get the yearly subscription. It really makes comic hunting just so much more fun. You get up-to-date specs. And it's just an amazing, amazing app. All right? So hopefully that helps out. If you have any questions, by all means, leave a comment. All right? Shoots and mahalos.